another episode 2. Welcome back. You're here with moi, Lovely T, also known as Trini, your spiritual personal trainer. And you're also here with Brown Girl Interrupting, Maria.
What's up, fam? It is so nice to be back for episode 2 of Bettermindz Interrupting. And of course, I always love being here with the spiritual personal trainer, Lovely T. So, Lovely T, what we doing today?
Well, let's talk about things that we tend to waste. But in particular, we're going to talk about that energy that we waste. So we're talking about wasted energy and how it affects you as an individual.
All right. Okay. I have to say I'm excited for this one because I've had some experiences of wasted energy in the last few weeks.
This is for the individual. If you notice, it's always about you. It's always going to be about yourself. We're not channeling other people's stuff. Goodbye. We channeling ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So when you think about wasted energy, what are you thinking about?
The exhaustion I feel after it. Because that's for real, right? Wasted energy, I think like it can become like emotional, it can physically drain you. Like it's just like there's so many different ways I've wasted energy, and it takes you away from like your path, whatever your path of growth is, or your path of like of development. I feel like I stagnate when I waste energy.
Oh, okay. And you should, because if energy is being wasted, that means you have none left.
Yeah. Or for the important stuff.
Right? So there's 4 ways we can refer to energy, right? 4 types of energy. Can we guess what those 4 are? I'm sure we can. Physical, spiritual, mental, and the big one that we need to learn how to control, emotional.
Oh, yes.
All those are energies.
That's the one.
That's right. All of those are energies that we need to learn how to control, have a little self-discipline, all that good stuff. So I hear you. I heard the breath. What you about to say?
You got it, right? So I got it, but let's see. Like, so I think I know what those 4 are, but I feel like we need a little bit more of a breakdown on like when you say emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual, maybe everybody's not on the same page into what that means. So how would you break those 4 down?
I got you. Okay, so before the breakdown, let's talk about energy itself. Everything in the universe is made up of energy, right? So what you involve yourself in, what you surround yourself around, those are energies as well. We pick up and choose the type of energies we want to be around. I know there cannot be someone that did not say this line. Everyone has at least said it. I ain't got time to be around them. I don't feel like dealing with them today. They're going to take up all my energy. You know how long it takes me to talk to them? Oh, they are exhausting. I know. One of those phrases had to come out your mouth at least once. At least once. And why? Why do you feel that? Why do you say that? Why are those thoughts surrounding you, right?
Yeah. So do I have to figure out? Oh, I'm sorry. So I got to ask though, right? Because you said, why do I feel that? Why do I think that, right?
Right.
Why do I feel that? Why do I think that? Like, what is it that, why am I picking up on those energy how am I taking it in, and why is it impacting me so much that I'm like, stay the fuck away, right? Like, so what is it?
That's the why. Your energy level might be here, but every time you go around said person, it comes down to here. Or every time you be in a certain environment, it may go up. It may come down.
So what you're saying, I'm going to break it down a little bit more for myself here. It sounds like people can either feed our energy or steal our energy.
Ooh, yes. That is exactly what I'm saying. As a matter of fact, my next line was ways people steal your energy.
Oh, shit.
Can you just guess some ways that your energy can be stolen?
Can I tell you some specifics I had this week? I got a lot, right? No, okay, yeah. So energy can be stolen by wasting your time, right? Like, I mean, this conversation is going to go on and go on and go on, and you feel like you're going in a circle with someone because they're never actually open to hearing what you have to say. They really just want to hear themselves talk.
Right.
Or energy is wasted in like digging through someone's anger or ego or frustration that you are like spending so much time just getting to the core of like neutral conversation that like you're exhausted by the end of it. Had a couple of those happen this week.
Yes, that is wasted energy. Let me ask you something. Why are you giving your energy away?
Because I like people.
So you liking people mean you got to kill your energy? That means you're around the wrong people to like. You in the wrong environment.
So I will say that in my grown ass woman life, which is part of what like growing up has been for me, like my girlfriend has this saying, she says, I'm finally a grown ass woman, which is that I don't give my energy as quickly. So these are people who came into my sphere and now I had to negotiate my energy. I didn't want to, but as soon as I did it and I felt depleted, I was like, oh no, I'm done. Like I'm done. And I cut it off. Like stopped texting, stopped having the conversation, walked away, that kind of thing. Like, okay, well, I gotta go. See you later, right?
Right.
But I didn't used to do that. So I think your question of why do I give my energy away is important because I think there's a lot of people who aren't at that grown-ass woman, man stage who are giving their damn energy away and then feeling depleted after it, right?
Mm-hmm. That is true.
So tell me more about that.
Okay, so other ways.
All right, Tennessee Williams, you in here, you ready? Okay. Fuck that. I don't like giving my energy away. I'm cheap. Well, that's good. Hey, keep your energy because you're not supposed to give it away.
Exactly. Because your energy is your all. That's your aura. That's what makes you shine, baby. So don't give it away. You're right. Be cheap.
What up, Tennessee? What up?
Tennessee. That's right.
He said, I'm the dad on Everybody Hates Chris with my energy. LOL. I do not want to give away my energy. No. Like, but the truth is, really, people should earn your energy to begin with. So when you have to give it away, it means it hasn't been earned too, right?
Yes. So let me hop in real quick. Constant demands for attention. That steals energy. Why do you need so much attention? Meaning, you jump out of the box looking like a box of crayons. You need that much attention? And why is it directed to me when you got to come and be a vampire? Why you got to steal my energy? Because you may be feeling down or you may be feeling angry or sad. Why you want to attach that to me? Making scenes, talking too much, like me, making us feel guilty or unworthy, patting on your personal space. You know that person that always, you got this. Oh, it's texting now. Oh, I know she got a phone. Why she ain't responding? What's going on?
Right.
So when you waste energy, you create leaks and blockages in your body.
So are you saying that's the physical connection? So the physical energy is connected to what we're doing mentally, emotionally, and spiritually?
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Exactly.
So what do those leaks feel like, or like how do they come about in this process?
Okay, so for example, let's say you came home and you get a phone call from a friend, and you in a good mood, you had a great day, but your friend didn't, and that don't mean not to listen, because you need to learn how to listen and not be involved. But that's another show. There's two different things. Listening is a skill. You're not born with a listening skill, because everybody don't listen. They hear, but they don't listen.
Mm-hmm.
So you listen to this person, right? And in the midst of them complaining, you also hear blaming and not accountability. When a person complains and don't have accountability with it, meaning they don't see no blame, I ain't do nothing, I don't know, that's energy taken. That's a vampire, because I know you won't listen, and I'm gonna keep coming to you complaining about the same thing. If you got that person in your life and you complaining about the same thing, that's draining. That's energy taking. What you say, you turn around and you like, God damn, I don't feel like talking to this person today, right?
It's like you in a loop, right? A loop of a conversation. You know where it's going to end up going, right? Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
It's like, are you ever going to be happy? I don't mind you complaining. I don't mind you want to talk to me to get stuff off your chest. I love that. Me personally, I love that. But I'm talking about a person that's not me, because I'm a life coach, so I deal with that. But the person that's not me don't want to deal with that. They not going to want to hear negative shit all the time. They don't want to hear it.
No, and look, hey there, I love it. Thank you for joining. And I saw a lot of comments. I know we missed some of them, but there were some good comments in there. Ja was definitely on board with this energy stealing. And I think I saw Kennedy had something to say about it too, with like, you're not picking up the phone because someone's got that negative energy. So those are the energy stealers. So it's important for us to have like that lens of like knowing who's going to steal my energy, because those are the people I'm probably going to stay away from. Now, okay, so I'm gonna go there. I got some thoughts, but we're gonna keep it moving first. So we got our energy stealers.
That's right.
Do we need to also though then identify who gives us energy, or is that not part of this situation?
I'm so glad you said that.
Okay. So
because
who gives us energy? Who feeds the light?
Only you know who gives you good energy. The people that give you good energy is the ones that keep your spirit up high. You smiling, laughing. You don't have no negative thought, no negative feeling, no negative outlook. You see what I'm saying? Like when you're around them, you only flourish in positivity when you're around these type of people. Right?
Okay, so that's what I feel, but I want to break it down, because you said our energy stealers are the ones that one of the things, like one of the characteristics, right? Because if I'm trying to figure out how to make sure I'm not wasting my energy on people, I need to know what to look for. So my energy stealers don't take accountability. So what do my energy feeders do that is different or the opposite of it? Is it that they take accountability, or is there more to it than that?
Okay, so it's definitely more to it. Energy providers, they don't know that they're providing you energy. One, they're just positive. That's just their natural state. Because who wants to deal with bullshit all the time other than a person that lives in negativity? You will see
Yes.
a person that don't want to deal with that, quick to push it to the side and be like, get over there with that. Stay over there with that. I don't got time for that. I'm sorry, but I'm not the person you want to talk to, because I just can't deal with this. Or you may get this person that may say, I get what you're going through. I truly understand. Maybe if you do this instead of this, you'll get the person that try to coach you to some positivity. And even them will eventually get tired if you keep coming around being a vampire with negativity.
So it's not just the positivity, because that's important. But I think what you pointed out, which is important, like, is that you need people who are positive, who lift you with that, like, smiles and happiness. And yes, that's all good. But you also need support that's genuine. You need people who got your back, who are gonna look out for you and look out for your well-being. So they have empathy. They get that you're going through something, and they're willing to walk you through it or help you through it, or just listen to you if that's what it is. So
Right.
They're allowing you to process things, but they're not taking your energy in the process.
Right. Because they have self-control.
Mm.
But we're going to get into that later. So, liking and disliking a person's vibe, right?
All right, so Kennedy says we have to get rid of all negative fuck shit. Yes, we do. Fuck, that's the grown-ass woman life. Look, I'm done. None of it.
I agree. When grown women and grown men be on their mature shit, because that's all it is. They became mature.
None of that drama.
Mature, when you become mature, and that doesn't mean 21 and over. When you become mature, you are held accountable. You even hold yourself accountable. You even recognize your negative sides. You don't dismiss it. You know how to control urges and all that good stuff. But we're going to get into that later.
All right, Kennedy says, I don't give a fuck if it's my kids. I would let them be around the negative energy that made them negative. Get your mind right, or don't be around me. Look, I hear you entirely, Kennedy, because, it doesn't matter if you're my kid. I think I even explained something. I said, I don't care if you're my kid, my parent, my friend, my lover, whatever you are. If you are going to bring me to a place that I don't want to be mentally, emotionally, physically, I don't want you around me. That's it, right?
What feeling?
Not prom queen. I hear everything y'all saying. This is a great topic. Thanks for joining us. We are so glad you are here.
Thank you. So, Maria, what are your thoughts? What are your emotions when a person is that vampire? How do you handle it?
So this is the interesting thing, because I think I've challenged with this, because I've had multiple things happen in the last few weeks with multiple people. And I think depending on the trust in a relationship that you might not want to sever with someone, you can be more honest about holding back your energy. So I've had some people that I've been able to be like, so listen, I can't do what you're doing right now. Come back to me when you're ready to have a real conversation, right? And I've said it with grace and kindness, but I've said it, right? Like, because I know that my energy is going to be taken, and I'm not giving it to anybody. But then I have had some conversations where I have tried to give people the benefit of the doubt. And I'll be honest, I worked through some men egos this week, and I'm like, you know what? By the end of that week, I felt so much like it was the most wasted energy for me, because I'm like, yeah, I can deal with a big ego, but do I want to? Like, is that what I really want to spend my time doing? No. So I felt like I felt like my energy was sucked out of me through this basic conversation, which, when I say basic, was basic as fuck. It was like, dude, seriously. so so those are two different examples, right? So, like, in one, I could put my boundaries up because I had a relationship with someone. When we don't have a relationship with someone, I think it's harder sometimes to put that boundary up because you feel like, say again?
If it wasn't set in the beginning, yes, it is hard to put it up.
Yes. And that's, I guess, so that's my chance, right? Like, so, okay, or you just stop talking, or you stop texting. Like, either you just go ghost and blank, right? Or you spend the time creating a boundary and you state that boundary because it's worth the time. I think that's the thing. You got to determine whose energy is actually worth my time, because I think some people don't realize they're wasting energy and they have a point of growth. And some people, no matter what you say, they won't keep wasting your energy because they're not grown enough to understand they need to stop doing what they're doing.
Not grown, mature.
Mature. When I say yes, mature, because it ain't about age. We know age is just a number.
And they're not growing from their current repetitive mistakes that they keep complaining about.
For sure. So,
based on what you said, everything we do have consequences, right? So with us being in certain environments, hanging around certain people, it leaves emotional imprints on us. And them emotional imprints turn into triggers. You be ready to shoot somebody. What happened? Hold up. And the situation is totally different. But because someone that may have a similar issue, it brought up a trigger that, oh, this person is going to keep coming to me with the same old thing, and I'm going to have to keep acting like I want to hear it because I done heard it like 30 times already. What you do? Are you the cold shoulder? Or are you the, I'm going to break it down easy to you? The question I'm posing is, how do you alert them? And how do you let them know to not do it?
So, but is also the question, is that your moment to reassess? Is it worth it to even have to alert them? Because I mean, look, I have an experience of being with someone who is an energy taker for a whole long, almost 2 decades, right? So given my 2-decade experience of an energy taker, I will say that I had to reassess, right? Like, so when you recognize this part, like, that's the part of the maturity in us, right? Is that I could keep saying it. I could say it with grace. I could say it with kindness. I could change my tone. I did all the things. But if what you say falls on deaf ears and never changes, then that's my energy taken to keep doing that work that someone else should be doing for themselves. And if they don't want to do the work for themselves, then it's not my job to do it.
It's not. It's time to part your way.
Yeah, like, it's like, I'm done, right? I'm walking away. And sometimes walking away is walking away for good, and sometimes walking away is walking away for space.
Right.
Because right.
Yes,
Thank you. Age doesn't.
Exactly. That's why I said 21 and older does not mean you mature. We all know that.
Look,
Fellas,
50 and older don't mean you're mature. I've learned in my life.
exactly.
So,
So fellas,
yes, not prom queen. Very,
I got
very
a question.
true.
I have a question for you. Are there women out there that drain you? And if there are, can you put in the link? Well, can you text it how and what you do? Do you ghost them? How would you let them know?
Girl, I want to know this. This is a good one.
Too much. Can you calm it down? Like,
okay, so
what Trini, fellas?
Trini, it looks like Kennedy wants to get on the call with us and have this conversation. So this sounds like a good conversation. We're gonna bring him in and have a conversation. All right, Kennedy, come on in. That's a great question, though. I want to know that because that's true. I seem to only understand the perspective of a woman having and watching and seeing how men like to waste our energy. But what do guys feel? That's a great question.
Maybe y'all can help these women with these high, immature energies, with these low vibrations, come up with some higher vibrations. We here to help each other and grow together, right?
All right.
Women, okay. We women don't have all the answers without the men.
No, we don't.
I always say it's never a 50-50. Why are you coming into something half? It's 100, 100. Stop this 50-50 shit. I ain't giving you the top half of my body and you ain't giving me the lower half.
And 50-50 is always disappointing because you know it's always going to end up being, if it's 50-50, you know that negotiation is going to be like 60-40. Come on now. Like I can do like 30. You still doing the 70 on the other end, right? Like you going to keep like pushing. And that's where the boundaries come in. Because as soon as you do 50-50, that's when those boundaries are going to be like tested constantly, right?
Right.
All right. It's Kennedy coming in. You go come talk to us. Tell us, what is it that women do that takes men's energy?
In the meantime, while we're getting him in, what you're about to see, I make soap products, I make candles, but I do workshops for my program that's called Yomi Chi, Yoga, Meditation, and Qigong. And what that entitles is you getting some inner healing and work done on yourself. Because we got a lot of people out here that need some help. But this is good help. You're learning about self. You're learning how to cope. You're learning how to just be, you know what I'm saying, without all this extra shit. So I have chakra candles, chakra soaps, and chakra jewelry. All right, welcome back.
Welcome
So
back.
yeah,
Can I say before we get into this, I just want to say I got these candles. Like they're literally right here. I got my Yomi chakra candles and my soaps. They're not here because they're in the bathroom. But but these candles, like the scent and the feeling, and like I'm telling you, I'm doing the spiritual work and they help. They help. So
and to add, inside the candle, there's a stone that's wrapped up that you have to get when it's melted down.
I have gotten my 2 stones. I'm very excited. So yes,
All right.
it's like a prize at the end of the in the bottom of the cereal box, right? Like
Right.
I was like,
Exactly.
I want the prize.
I want some Cracker Jacks.
Yes. All right. Okay. So
So you
wasted
can
energy.
DM me, message me, or go to any of the links. It will take you to the page. So are we able to get Kennedy in?
I think we're waiting on that still. But
Okay.
so let me ask you.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've broken it down into we understand how we waste energy. We
Mm-hmm.
understand
Okay.
how there are different
Oh,
people who-
okay.
Okay.
My bad. I thought you said to go to the thing. Oh, I got it now.
What's up? It sounds like we got him in here now.
Yeah, I think
I
he
got
did.
you. I got you from here, all right?
All right. Hey, Kennedy, is that you?
Yo, what's going on?
What's up? What's up?
What's
There
up, women?
he is.
Hey, look, what's going on, women?
Oh, we lost him.
What happened?
All right. I'm sure he's gonna be back.
Okay, when you come back on,
He's gonna be
what
back.
was
He's gonna be back. So I'm just like, I think where we're going now. So we're gonna talk about what women do to waste energy. But I'm curious to know, like, how do I make sure that I do not waste my energy? Like, what's my insurance for myself to know not to do that?
Well, you got to know when you're wasting energy first, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to become aware of what annoys you. That is key. It's like a rattle, right? You getting shook, your whole inside is like, something ain't right. Okay. You need to remember that so you know not to waste it again.
Hey,
Okay.
what's up, ladies? I'm here.
Hello.
What's up?
How y'all doing this evening?
We're doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Man, I'm sitting over here chilling, listening to y'all, and then she sounds like she need our help. You know what I mean?
we are fabulous, but yeah, like we're stuck. So we got the female perspective on the males, and we know how y'all waste our energy. So how do you think women waste men's energy? What's your thoughts on that, Kennedy?
So what was the question?
How do women waste men's energy? So when you've been like, what is the ways that you've experienced women wasting your energy?
Irritating us, taking us to court, doing extra things. I'm talking about, it's a whole lot of ways women waste energy. They could waste their energy by walking past you and not saying nothing.
Damn.
Wow.
They get up in the morning and they don't say nothing to you, and then come back home and don't say nothing to you. Like, that's wasting energy.
That is.
So it's like it's the distance, like being cold and not emotional.
Yeah,
Not
non-emotional.
Yeah.
That will waste
Yeah.
energy.
So let
That's
me
just
ask
straight
you.
up. And nobody can, like, a woman walk. If my wife walk past me and don't say shit to me, I would be like, God damn, what the fuck? Like, this bitch trying to kill me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm like,
She's
what?
on something. She plotting.
sleep with one eye
Hey,
open.
right?
So
Right.
look, but what does that make you feel? So one, you thinking she might be she might be trying to kill you. But what else though? Like, what does that do to guys when they like get triggered by that stuff? Like, what happens?
Well, me, I'm a logical person. Because I
Okay.
know sometimes some dudes are not logical. Sometimes that will make them trip out and flip out and do drastic shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then be tragic. You get what I'm saying? They got
Yes,
them
yeah,
kill the
okay.
whole
I've
house.
got
They'll
you.
kill the whole house and shit. I'm like, they'll kill the dog. The dog ain't did nothing. But I'm just saying,
And at
Look,
the whole house,
yeah, the whole house, man.
everybody
okay.
getting it.
All right. Well,
Everybody get that shit.
That's
No,
because, that's because that is built up energy, and whoever kicked it off last, they gonna go all through those energies
yeah,
until all
whoever
is
kicked it
depleted.
off last, right? Not Trini, you know what I'm talking about. Whoever kicked
yeah.
it last, man, they about to get that work. We working on up to whoever we don't like at that point. That's what be going on. Like, leave a nigga alone sometimes, man.
Be at peace.
But be at peace, right, though? But be at peace, right? Because when you're not at peace, you bring everybody else down with you, including the dog, right?
That is
Yeah,
Everybody.
the dog going too, because I never liked the dog no way.
Warning. The opinions expressed in this program are those of the presenter in their current state of mind, which they have the right to change at any given moment. The iRant Network and the members of the Ranters Union are not responsible for any claims made. All opinions and train of thoughts are welcomed here and
All right, so we gotta say a shout
That
out
one threw up
to
the
Notes. I
warning.
saw you in
No,
here.
no.
Yeah,
Hey, can y'all salute to the warning real quick? Salute to the warning because we about to go with it. I said the dog. You can't talk about no dog, man. You kill a kid. But don't talk about no goddamn dog, man. Don't talk about a goddamn dog right now. Your ass will get the FBI be at your house, man.
Okay, so let me ask something though. I'm gonna bring it back. Okay, so you said that we got the breakdown of one of the ways women are wasting the energy, but what happens when, like, let's say, like, just in outside of marriage, like in the dating situation? I gotta know, like, from, you might be married, sounds like it, but like with the dating situation, like, what is it that men are looking at with women that make them feel like, ooh, that's gonna be wasted energy?
Oh, that's too much energy.
That's too much. Yes.
You know how you talking about when a man walks up on a woman and see if it's too much energy?
Well, what
like
makes you
if like y'all saying, like, if the man is trying to date or whatever, or you just meeting a woman, are y'all talking about that?
What makes a man determine a woman has too much energy?
Yeah.
Or is that depending on the type of energy that man has?
No, it depending on what each person is looking for. Because as far as like a man walking up to a woman, if she's not feeling you, she's not feeling you.
Right.
And if the dude don't understand that she's not feeling you, he needs to understand that, and vice versa. If a woman walks up to you and you're not feeling her, because this woman might have some baggage on her that nigga don't want to deal with. And he's like, nah, I ain't fucking around with you.
Keyword, baggage.
But so I think that comes back to, like, we read people's energy. So it's like, it's energy sometimes. You don't even have to hear nothing. You see the way they walk. You see the way they look at you or don't look at you. And you're like, oh, yeah, no. That energy, I had time for, right?
And guess what? What you just described is a person's what? Aura.
Yes. Yes.
Man.
The aura tells a lot about you if a person really sit there and observe you.
Man, if I wasn't with my wife, man, I would have several. Straight up. Like, I know how to talk to women, man. I just do, man. I love women, man. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm a faithful motherfucker when women are faithful with me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm sort of a goddamn Mormon.
Loyalty is everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about
Mm-hmm.
I can have several women if they loyal with me and we can all make money. No bullshit. But the thing is, the other woman, it ain't even all about fucking. It's about building at some point. Goddamn it, two women might look just like women, but they loyal to the situation that we trying to accomplish.
Yeah, but so I think what we're getting back to though, like, is the idea of like we want to put certain energy in our life. So yeah, I could have, a ton of boyfriends, right? I could be dating a ton
Can
of
I ask you
guys,
something real
but
quick?
like
Do
the
you ask?
definition. Oh, you got cut off.
Is he on?
No, I think we lost him.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm thinking about this because I think that's just it,
No,
right?
he
Is
cut
it
my
like?
mic off for some
Oh,
reason.
there he go. There he
Oh,
go.
okay. But so my question is this, or like my thinking is this, like from what you just said, right? Like, yeah, we can have I think many people are capable of having lots of different people. Because if you're an interesting person, I mean, like, there's a pool, there's so many people out there, right? But the question is like, is it worth your time to have half-ass energy, or would you rather just have the right energy in your space that's worth your time, that you don't need anything else, right? That's why you should be selective.
That's where I'm gonna get back to, because you can already feel the energy off a person when you meet them. Straight up. You can feel that shit. God damn it, I got the glow. Like, god damn it, Bruce Leroy. God damn it, I got the glow.
I love it.
Man, and then I kick the jukebox and look at it. I'm talking about, man, talk to me. You feel me? You got the glow. Like, some people have that shit and some people don't. No matter how you look at them. Some people do have that glow, and then you goddamn it have that aura around you. And then if you have negative aura around you, like when a person meets you, they're not gonna fuck with you.
Steph Got Joke says, gotta be selective when picking your snacks. That's true. Especially the more you mature. And this is where maturity comes, because I think, like, if you're still fucking around and you got that young mentality, yeah, like, it's about quantity, right? Like, I got this many, and I could, I could call this person or call that person. But, like, I think when you get to a point of maturity, you're like, it's quality. So I want to sift through the shit to get to the good stuff.
You got to be quality, mentally, emotionally, quality.
Yeah.
First of all, the woman has to be.
Salute, Steph Got Jokes. So thank you so much, Kennedy, man. We appreciate you coming in. You gave us some good things to think about with the women. So all right, so
thank y'all for having me on here.
Thank you. Of course, man. Salute. Have a good night.
Salute.
And stay with us. Don't leave us. All right. Thank you, Kennedy. I think that was good. I like that, because that is the perspective. Like, I honestly, okay, so a woman not talking, I did not think about that as a wasted energy for a man. I mean, I'm not that woman. I'm not that woman ever, but
right.
Oh, unless you did me wrong, then I might go silent. Go silent.
I'm gonna hold myself accountable, because there's times where I'll be silent, but it's not a silent where it's where the energy is felt.
Yes. So
it's more so of a silent where it's like I'm trying to figure out an approach, maybe. But I think because communication is key, there shouldn't be no silence. You know what I'm saying? But there will be times where you might just bite down and just not. But there's never an attitude that comes behind my silence. So,
you're making me think, though, like that idea, right? There's no attitude behind your silence. So, like, silence can be destructive silence, where, like, I'm silent, but I'm also going to let everybody know I'm silent, right? Like, I'm going to leave this trail of shit, this energy, I'm going to put it out on everyone. Or there's silence where it's like contemplative silence. Like, I need to regroup. I need to really think about how I'm feeling here. Because we go silent in order to, when you're mature, your silence is in order to actually figure out your trigger, solve the problem without involving the other person, because maybe that person is the trigger of the problem. So how are you going to involve someone who's part of the problem to solve the problem that you need to figure out first, and then you bring them in?
Or maybe that person is not the result of your problem, and you have to sit there in your own shit and figure it out and come with a better approach. And men are usually the ones that go silent. That's true.
I will go with that.
Out of guilt, mostly, mainly.
Sometimes guilt. I think sometimes, though, it is a form of control. And I think actually this is a great segue, because I write about this. I haven't written about it, but I'm about to write some things about this idea of silence, because I've been sitting in it for a while and thinking about it. But silence can be control, and it can be triggering for that reason. So I think it's really important. Like, let's get serious again, right? Like, in this part of like the way things impact people, where they are re-traumatized or they are triggered, is that, like, if you are used to silence being a control mechanism to keep you from feeling connection and love and seen, then that silence can be really dangerous and destructive.
It can go south, because sometimes a male may go silent and thinking, oh, I'm just gonna let it go silent and we ain't gonna talk about it, and it's gonna be okay, and we're gonna move on. Sometimes, but then eventually, when this wasted energy comes in, if you always do that, when situations happen, then it's, hold up, I'm tired of feeling this energy right here. I'm tired of feeling this drainage of trying to figure out what's wrong, what's done.
So Josh says, wait, we can't take a minute to figure out what we're dealing with before we say something hurtful. No, that's not true. You do, but like, and I think this is the other thing, right? So I am used to, or have been triggered by, days of silence. Like, that's a different thing. I think it's one thing. It's like, what are you, like, how much do you understand about the person who you're impacting, right? Because some silence is time to figure things out, but some silence is control. And I think you could take a moment to figure things out, but when you're taking days, you can't totally go silent. Like, I think that's the thing. Like, when you're taking days, then step back and at least, right, give some notice, right? Be like, hey, I need some time.
That's right.
I'm not really silent. I'm contemplating.
That's right.
That's
communication.
And that's where then it's not feeling like wasted energy on the part of someone who's being impacted by that silence, right? Kennedy says, I'd just be like, we ain't gonna say shit until we say shit, and it's like a mutual, we just need that mind space. That's true. And I'm not saying like we gotta talk all the way right away. And I will say that that's maturity on my part, because I used to be like, I need to talk. But I think what I realized is the reason I needed to talk is because I was so fearful of silence. Silence was scary.
Not just that though. You needed to talk because you wanted to also control that situation.
Yeah.
You wanted to control that emotion that you had going on. And that's why I want to talk. One thing that us women need to know, we don't need closure for everything. Sometimes you just need to move the fuck on.
But we need to, but I think you bring up some really good points, right? Because we need to know why we want to talk, right? Why do I want to control this? Because when I think about it now, and I've broken it down, because I've really been thinking about silence all week, and like I think about, but I realized this about myself is I wanted to control things because I was afraid. Like everything is really about our fear, right? Our triggers are our fear. And what I was afraid of was rejection. So when
Yeah.
I thought in my mind, if I control this moment, if I control the conversation that and I push it and I make it happen, then I won't be rejected and I won't feel rejected. But the truth is that's not how things work, right? And it can be productive if we do it the other way, obviously, and sometimes it can be counterproductive. And that's where we reassess: is this really worth my energy to do?
Right. Exactly. And you said a key thing, which is what you said, control. What you said
Fear.
when you
That we're fearful. We're fearful of something, right? That's why we're trying to control
rejection. That's what I wanted to hit. Now,
thanks, prom queen. Not prom queen. We have good points. I appreciate that.
when you are aware of yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you know your negatives, when you truly know what makes you feel the way you feel, rejection is not going to be a thing. Silence is not going to be a thing. You'll learn to be. You'll learn to manifest into positivity. You'll know, okay, that shit fucked with me today. That shit just fucked me way up. Now, I need to channel and go this way and see what I can do because I can't do this. That's where your maturity, and I'm going to keep saying that. I have a whole different topic on mature and immature that we all need to talk about. But your maturity will allow you to know, okay, you don't like rejection, but we're going to handle it this way. You won't have fear. Fear won't be a factor.
Fear is not a factor for you. So, but I love that. And I think, you know what, I think it's, this takes me to why I started writing.
Mm-hmm.
Is exactly that, right? Like, I think a lot of this has been trying to figure out all these pieces of myself, of why was I trying to control things? What was I fearful of? And how do I turn that around? And now I do feel, right, like I have less wasted energy. But I think it's a great time to introduce my blog too, because I write for the sake of not just me. Like, I started off for me, but it's become something so much bigger, and really it's for others. And so I think we have a clip here that we're going to watch just to tell you a little bit about my blog. And hopefully y'all are going to see, I'm about to hit 2 new pieces this week, in fact, that you are going to find out about. And I'm going in a new direction, which is, and Trini, I even told you this, I am trying fiction a little bit. So I got some lessons learned through some fiction writing, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay. All right.
Hi, my name is Maria, but you are soon going to know me as Brown Girl Interrupting. And what I mean by that is that very soon, hopefully, you're going to be following my blog. I am a writer, and I started writing because I was married, I had children, and then my life changed when I separated, and I did a lot of learning and reflecting and growing in that process of change, because change always leads us to that. And I've decided to share that with the rest of the world, because sometimes hearing that someone else is going through the same thing as you, or understanding and putting words to the feelings and experiences we're having, helps us to heal from them, or grow from them, or learn from them. And so that's what my blog is. It's writing about life, healing, relationships, parenting, dating, marriage, pain, love, mistakes, growth, and coming out whole still in all of it as a human, flawed, but always open to new things. So that's my life, that's my journey, and it's written in this blog. But my hope is that you are going to go to www.mindz, www.browngirlinterrupting.com and join and subscribe to the blog and read all about my story to help you maybe gain some perspective on yours.
Love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
And comment, share, like.
He has some awesome writing on it, so check it out. Check it out.
Thank you, Mama.
So we down to a few minutes left. Do we have any questions that y'all would like to ask or add on?
Well, okay, so I got a question.
Uh-huh.
How do I truly know when I'm at a place of maturity in terms of recognizing my decision on how I'm going to use my energy?
You'll do it differently.
What's that look like? What's differently?
What does that look like? Instead of a flip out, you're more so calm, and you can still have the same result. Instead of a reaction, because means you've done it already. You acted that way already. You just have a action.
Ooh, I like how you just broke that down. I've never heard that before, but that's true, right? It's just an action.
It's just an action. When your mind turns around from you, and it comes to me. Me. Why me? Who me? Where me? How me? When you start to ask yourself how you're involved, how it came about without adding the other people in the situation first, if you can do that first, you assess differently. You in your mature mindset, because and I quote this, every problem has a solution. Every problem. How you approach it is where the problem may stay or disappear. And that depends on your maturity.
And it sounds like there's an element of letting go somewhere in there, right? So there's looking inward, not outward, and there's a letting go, right? Letting go of, like you had mentioned, control, which means I have to let go of the need for a certain outcome. Yes. And it's letting go of the emotional connection almost. Like I almost feel like it's not that my heart isn't in it, but that like my brain is doing more of the action than my heart.
Like,
is that right?
Like our third co-host, Kennedy, said, if you can be logical, because that's key. It's all about being logical. If you can think without that heart in there, because the heart is going to create the emotion, the imbalanced emotion, because you're not thinking straight. You're not thinking logically. You're thinking with your heart. And sometimes our heart gives us false impressions. Judgment.
It does. And as I'm listening to you, I'm like, God, that is like the hardest. Honestly, I think for me, that has been the hardest thing. Like, I don't know about anybody else, and if you could chime in the chat, right? Like, but I think that shifting from thinking from your heart to thinking to logic, when you're not a naturally logical thinking person, is really, really hard, because it feels like you're detaching from yourself. Like I've felt that, right? Like, and my go-to has been like, there have been moments where I'm like, I just wish I felt nothing. Because if I felt no emotion, then I would have no reaction. I would never be impacted by anything. But the truth of the matter is my emotion is part of who I am. It's part of what makes me the person that can write these things, and the person who can talk about these things, and the person who, brings and draws people to her. It is my emotional state. So it's not a bad thing. So it's a hard thing to reconcile between this is a bad thing and this is just something I'm putting on the side and bringing to the forefront the logical.
Right.
It's just hard work.
It's
That's
hard
all.
work.
I mean, that's the honest truth. It's just hard work.
It's hard work. But guess what? If you want to be that real, authentic, oh, I'm real. Oh, I'm authentic. I keep it real 100. If you want to be that person,
Keep it real.
then you got to go through that hard work.
Yes.
If you want to,
Tennessee says already be logical. Yes.
Shoot, John got it in his name. He know what to do.
Right. The logic is all there. That's for sure.
So, yes, all those good things. Yes. And
Yes.
we will be back again next Thursday at 9 p.m.
Thank you, Tennessee. We love you too.
Yes, we do. Thank you. 9 p.m. next Thursday. And what is the topic?
What is the topic, Trini?
Betrayal.
Okay. Betrayal. So we betraying ourselves or betraying others? Ooh, I got so many questions already starting to go through my head, right? We're going to go deep into it, into the trenches on betrayal.
In the trenches.
Yes.
So make sure you tune in next week, 9 p.m., same bat time, same bat channel.
Wait, and so I'm just hoping that I'm not going to come next week with like lots of examples to talk about. Like,